Okay. So I wanted to give you guys a little bit of background on myself. I know we have a lot of newer coaches on here, so which is awesome. So thank you guys all so much for joining. We do these once a month, but I think we're going to be doing them a little bit more often, especially as we kind of gear up towards the end of the year. I think community is so important, and I think trainings and just having more resources for everybody is so important, not only on our individual teams, but as our team as a whole. Because guys, it's so amazing seeing this team grow the way that it has. Because again, I'm going to quickly share a bit of my story. And it was literally, guys, me, little old me, when I decided to, and my coach is no longer working the business. So even when I did join her challenge group, I was a challenger for months and I loved it. So I fell in love with it, even with just a few people in her challenge group. There's a few, people that checked in every now and then. And I fell in love with the workouts, the everything. And it was on a much smaller scale. So when I first started, she wasn't even really working the business. So I was just kind of like, okay, well, I'll kind of dabble into it and I will, start my first challenge group, help a few people. And that was 4 years ago this summer. And literally it snowballed from there. And I was like, okay, well, you help, like, just like it's going to be for every single one of you guys. The difference in my story than your story is that you have all of us that are here on this call and on this team as a whole. And that makes a huge, huge difference. So again, lean in, ask questions, use these resources, all of that, because I didn't have that. And my goal as the mentor is to provide all of that to people because I didn't have it. So I'm like, these are the things that I wish I had or wish I did maybe when I was first starting. So that's what I really wanted to cover today, because I think it's hugely important. And I really want you guys to understand and really, I don't want to say appreciate, but appreciate not just, of course, me, but the entire community and all of the resources that we have available to you guys, and take advantage of them. Okay. That's first and foremost. So again, my story was just me. I started with one person. It just, again, like all of you guys are going to happen, and you get another coach, and then you gradually and organically build. And even if it seems slow, because I'm sure a lot of you guys are sitting here thinking, oh my God, like I only have one coach, or I only have 0 coaches, or whatever the case may be. I was there too. Every single leader, every single person on this call, on this team, has been there too. So that's okay. That's not what you should be thinking about. You should just be thinking about, I'm going to be doing the things that are going to eventually get me to this position. So, and that's kind of the beauty of it. And that's kind of what I want to talk about a lot today, is kind of what I did and the things that, like, I started to do again on my own. I didn't have any direction. I didn't have any guidance. I didn't have any, trainings, team calls, anything like that, which again, isn't to toot my own horn or anything like that. That's just to say that I did all the things as well. And I started all by myself, just like everybody else has. So basically, guys, first and foremost, my mindset, and again, this is kind of my personality and kind of the way that I am. And with coaching, guys, you have to remember, we're entrepreneurs. We don't have a boss. We don't have somebody telling us what to do. So we have to be self-driven. You have to be able to do the things on your own, because nobody's going to be there. Make sure you don't get paid based on the work that you're doing. You're not going into an office and doing the things. So this is a very entrepreneurial spirit kind of a job. If you want to call it a job, I still can't believe it's a job, but so it's definitely that mindset of, you need to be your quote unquote your own boss, because you're the only person that can tell you that you have to do all these things every single day. And that was something I realized super fast. And I was like, okay, well, if I'm going to do this, I have to do it. And in my case, I was like, okay, well, I have to read up in the Coach Online office. I have to go to Google. I have to, look up YouTube videos, all of that kind of thing, and train myself on all of the things. But here's the thing too, with me, and this is something I've really realized, like, recently, I only knew to hit Success Club, right? I was like, that was my first thing. Everyone's like, you need to hit Success Club. So for the first few months, guys, that's all I was doing, because that's all I knew to do. Nobody said, like, well, you need to hit Emerald, you need to hit Diamond, you need to do this, this is team cycle bonuses, this is all the growth. What I knew I needed to do, I went all in on, because that's all I knew that I needed to do. Like, hit Success Club, and you're going to, get the Success Club trip, and you're going to, get rewards, and you're going to get income, and you're going to get commission, you're going to do all those things. So when I first started, that was it. I was all in. I was like, okay, I'm going to hit Success Club every single month, and I'm going to get more people, and I'm going to get my challenge group rocking, which is totally awesome. And that's still a goal of mine. But what happened is that I started realizing that there was much more bigger goals out there. So once I did, again, I was like, okay, and this is a big part of it, guys. This is literally like the meat and potatoes of this whole call, is that once, whatever the goal was, it wasn't getting to that goal and then maintaining it. You know what I mean? And that has been the mindset and the culture of our team this year and forever from now on. It's not maintenance, it's growth. Okay. And if you haven't gotten to Emerald yet, if you haven't gotten to Diamond yet, whatever the case may be, you'll understand this a little bit more when you do, is that none of the goals that we have in Beachbody as entrepreneurs are, okay, you get to that goal and then, okay, cool. Well, I got there. Now I'm going to sit back a little bit. That is going to be where you get complacent. And that's going to be where all of a sudden that energy to get to that goal dies down, because you sit back now and you settle down. You're like, okay, cool. I hit Diamond and now I can just like, whew. No, me personally, like I thrive off of the next goal, and I thrive off of being driven to get to, okay, cool. Now what do I need to do? Like I got that. I need to hold that and grow that. You know what I mean? Like that kind of thing. So for me personally, for instance, with Emerald rank, that's the first rank, right? Most of the people's, I'm seeing a lot of these faces. You maybe gotten to Emerald rank, or maybe that's your first goal. For me, and the way I want to mentor all of you guys to get to Emerald is, okay, great, I got to Emerald, and now what? You know what I mean? So it's not like, okay, now again, you're in defensive mode. I just need to hold that Emerald. I can't lose that Emerald rank. I have to hold that Emerald rank. Of course you do. But if your mindset is, okay, cool, now I'm going to get 2 more coaches so that I have a cushion, and I'm going to hold that rank, and then I want to know what my next goal is. Because anytime you get a cushion with any of the rank goals or Success Club goals or anything like that, what you're doing is you're working towards the next goal. You know what I mean? So if you have Emerald, you're like, okay, cool, I want to get to Diamond. What's going to get you to Diamond is going to get more and more coaches. So the biggest shift for me, because I've been there, and I don't know, I'm sure, like, raise your hand if you've been there in defense mode where you're just like, I just need to hold that, or I just need to, okay, I got to Success Club 10, I'm good, I can, halt. We've all been there. So this isn't a knock, or this isn't like trying to make anybody feel uncomfortable or anything like that. This is what I've learned to not do, and not hold my rank at Emerald, not hold my rank at Diamond, not hold my rank at Star Diamond, whatever the case may be, because again, that's where you get defensive. That's where some of the excitement and the joy kind of gets taken out a little bit, because you're in defensive mode and you're not in offensive mode. So what I always tell people, I'm like, okay, here's what I would do. So take, for instance, Team Cup. A lot of us were on Team Cup last month. If you weren't, it's basically just like a team gets together, you all go shoot together, help each other, try to get to Success Club and get Success Club points and all that. So you're going all in, right? You're doing all the things and you're fun, you're having fun, it's exciting, it's momentum. And then all of a sudden August ends and you're like, okay, cool. Like, here's my advice, and here's the way I look at it and I do things. I'm going to pretend like there's another Team Cup in September, because I had fun and I was doing things 10x rule, and I was doing more things. I was inviting more people. I was sharing more vulnerably, whatever the case may be. I was getting out of my comfort zone a lot more. So don't get complacent, and don't kind of stay in that comfort zone or that same, like, okay, because again, if you don't go to the next level, you're never going to get to the next level. You know what I mean? So for me, it's all about throwing complacency out the window and literally going all in. So here's the foundation of what I do, guys. So say you're following your business activity tracker every single day, because here's the thing, guys, there's no skipping steps. Okay. So if you're sitting there and you're thinking, well, I just want to get to Diamond, or I just want to be an elite coach, it's still going to take the exact same steps that we all do, which is this, our business activity tracker, every single day, no matter what. Okay. Now, if all of a sudden you hit Success Club, are you going to do this? Okay, cool. I don't need to do that anymore because I hit my goal of Success Club. A lot of people do that, right? They take a step back and they're like, okay, cool. Here's the thing. If you keep going and you keep doing it every single day, not only are you going to hit Success Club, but you're going to get Success Club 10, Success Club 15. And you know what you're probably also going to do? You're going to get more buffers for your rank goals. So now all of a sudden you have 2 more coaches. So you're not really stressed about Emerald rank. You have, you're not like, oh, I need to hold this Emerald rank. No, now you're a little bit closer to Diamond rank. And you know what you're also doing? You're setting yourself up for a successful next month, because we all know that a lot of times when we reach out to people, it's a no, right? But if you have all these invites out and you have all these people that you can follow up with, that's setting yourself up for a new goal for the next month. So the way I look at it, sorry guys, I'm like, and this is my personal mindset, is that I like, and so many times like this will happen. So the way I look at it, guys, is that I do these things, right? Every single day, no matter what, I do these things. So rather than, the only time I change what I'm doing is when I'm amping it up. So for instance, our team has a goal for elite. I have to hit diamond, right? To get our team to elite. I will ramp it up. Okay. So I'm still doing all these things, but I'm ramping it up a little bit because I need to hit, or I have a goal of whatever. There's a Beachbody promotion and they need, if you hit Success Club 20, you get whatever. Then I'm getting that tank. I don't care. You know me, I'm doing whatever it takes. I'm going to get the tank, whatever it takes. So if there's something like that, I will up this. I will 10x this. So rather than sending my regular 5 invites, I'll send out as many as it takes in order to get to the goal that I'm looking to do. What I will not do is take my foot off the brake because I got to a goal. The only thing that I will do is I will amp it up. Like that's the difference, is that you can, quote unquote, like be more like, so when people say, oh, I'm taking my foot off the brake a little bit, to me, the definition of that means that I'm still doing these things, but maybe I'm not going the extra step that I did last month because I had to lock in diamond, or I had to lock in 5-star diamond in order to get to elite. Does that make sense to everybody? Everybody's following me? Okay. So again, guys, there's no skipping steps. So if you're sitting there right now, you're like, I don't care. I just want to be a premier coach and I want to get to diamond and I want to do all those things. What I recommend to everybody is that you still do these things. I do them. And I've been doing this. I'm a coach for 4 years and I still do the business activity tracker every single day. And honestly, thank you, Amanda Volk. And honestly, now I lost my train of thought. Okay, but anyway, so I have my little cheat sheet here because I want to make sure that I check off everything. So I know we have different levels on this call, which is totally awesome, guys. Like everybody's at different levels. Some people are brand new. Some people are, a year into the business. Some people are a couple of years into the business. The beauty of this and what I'm talking about tonight is that it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Every single person, regardless of where you're at in your journey, we all do the same exact thing. It's just a matter of amping up these things to get to a specific goal. Okay, that doesn't change. The only thing that changes, and the only difference you'll see besides a new coach that just stays at coach and an emerald coach and a 3-star diamond coach, is that they're amping up the things that they're doing on their daily behaviors. Okay, and they're being very, very intentional about the way that they're doing these things. So for instance, guys, for me personally, my goal is to lock Success Club in the first week of the month. That's my goal. Am I saying that it always happens? Maybe not, but that's my goal, because I know personally that if I do that, I can be more intentional about my other goals. So again, Success Club is your first goal, say. So you lock that in. And then for me personally, it makes me feel more focused on building my team. Okay, and talking to people at the coach opportunity and mentoring my coaches, more time for one-on-one calls, more time for calls like this, stuff like that. So I'm very intentional. So again, my husband laughed and made fun of me yesterday, but I'm like, it's not just throwing spaghetti at the refrigerator and hoping that it sticks, right? Because I've been there. Like, oh, well, I got to check off my list. I did a post. I checked into my challenge group, but okay, good. I'm good for the day. You can do that, or you can be intentional and you can say, okay, what is my goal this week? And that's exactly what I started doing every single week, every single month. My goal this month might be different than my goal next month. My goal, and as you continue to grow, guys, and get bigger, your goal is gonna change. Your goal might change from getting Success Club to helping your coach get Success Club. Okay, there's a difference there. And there's a little bit of different time allotments and different posting ideas and things like that in order to do the things. But no matter what, it all boils down to this. And this is beautiful, guys, too, because sometimes when you're first starting out, I don't know about you, you're like, okay, what do I do now? Right? Like you might even be sitting there thinking that right now, like, well, what the hell am I supposed to do? Like, how am I supposed to get to emerald? How am I supposed to get to diamond? Well, I don't know what to do. This is what you do every single day, no matter what. And the only thing that changes is your focus and your post verbiage. You know what I mean? So even if your post on here is say, hey, whatever, do a social media post. So your social media post, once you lock in Success Club, might be more about you want to help build a team. You want to help mentor people to kind of see the success that you're seeing, to having the fun, to get them into this community, things like that. So all of the text and the subject lines will change, but this will never change. But the biggest thing that I try to get across to people all the time, especially as you start to grow and you start to feel momentum and things like that, ride that momentum. I've been riding the momentum for 4 years, literally. I mean, is there days where I'm like, well, I don't want to do this. I don't feel like doing a good post, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I still do it. I do. because that's our job, right? In reality, it doesn't really take that long. Not really. You know what I mean? Like a minimum of 1 post per day. It doesn't have to be your number one superstar. I'm going to kill the world with this post, but you got to show up. You know what I mean? So those are the fundamentals. Those are the showing up. But the taking your business and riding, like I said, in the offensive, it's fun. It's going to be so much more exciting. And it's going to also, and that's going to come across to your team. So if you're showing up every single day, and guys, let's be honest, your audience is going to feel the energy from you. So if you're being complacent, even if you don't realize it, I can call someone out. I would be like, like I can tell that something's off. Like she's not really like as excited as she was in the beginning, right? Like we've all been there. You gotta feel that yourself. You have to do that yourself. Guys, is there going to be slow months? Yep. Is there going to be months that I struggle to hit Success Club 10? Yep. Like, but I still do all the things and I'm still in offensive mode. I don't curl up and say, it's just too hard. Like, yeah, maybe I do, but I don't tell anybody that I do that. Like maybe my husband hears it, but nobody else is going to hear that. That's on me. And that's on, of course, it's a job. This is our job. You know what I mean? This is like maybe a side job to some people, part-time job, whatever the case may be, but it's job and it's supposed to be hard because if it was easy, then it wouldn't even be exciting and it wouldn't be fun. But the basic thing, and this is something like at any stage, guys, especially like I said, once you start getting into the ranks, getting into that, and I'm looking at a few people here that I know personally that were like, I just need to hold it. I just need to hold the rank. I can't lose a coach. I can't do this. Like, and that's when it starts getting like almost like literally like sweating and it takes like a little bit of joy. Don't get me wrong. There's going to be times where you're sweating it out and we're all sweating it out together when you're holding ranks together and you're trying to get to, you know, certain goals. But generally speaking, it's the people that even when they hit their goal, they're looking to the next goal. You know what I mean? Like that's whatever that goal is. You know what I mean? So if your goal right here, right now is you're sitting there, okay, I want to hit Success Club this month. So what happens if you hit Success Club tomorrow? Then what? You got to keep, like my biggest goal and my biggest, like I said, thing that I want to get across people is you keep going, right? Now you're like, shoot, I'm going to hit Success Club 10. You know what? I'm going for Success Club 20. And all of those things, guys, are going to turn into also developing your team because we're signing people up as coaches, right? So you're going to, on your team, guys, and just know this for 100%, half of my team, I don't know exactly the numbers, they're made up of discount coaches. It's not like every single coach that's on your team that's going to get you to rank advancement is a working coach. Discount coaches are a huge part of our business. So when you sign up people as discount coaches, like that's a huge thing. You know what I mean? Like that's going to get you closer to your goal of diamond, you know, because that's our ultimate goal, or well, not our ultimate goal, but that's our first goal to get to our ultimate goal, which I always say to people, especially if they're starting out, is 2-star. So if you haven't heard that yet, write it down, put a star next to it, do whatever you need to do. 2-star diamond is where your business will 100% shift and your income will start becoming like a reality, like a substantial amount of money. And people that know me, I've told a few people this, when I was on my first retreat, when I was first starting out as a coach, I was literally like, I was an Emerald coach and I didn't even know what it meant. I was like, everyone's like, oh, what rank are you? I'm like, I don't know. I hit Success Club 10 last month. I have no idea. None. And a mentor was there and we were kind of chatting on the side. He was a corporate mentor. I love him. He's not there anymore, actually. And this was like literally 4 years ago. But he said to me, write this down. And you need to be, your ultimate goal is 2-star diamond. I didn't even know what diamond was. So I'm like, you might as well tell me shoot high because I don't know what a diamond even means. So I'm so grateful for that because what did I do as soon as I got home? I looked up what 2-star diamond was and I'm like, that's my goal. Like, that's my goal. It's not, my goal isn't diamond. My goal is 2-star diamond. So if my goal is 2-star diamond, diamond is a step to get my ass to 2-star diamond, right? So I was always driven to the next goal. You know what I mean? And then of course, when I locked in 2-star, as I was talking to other people, they're like, well, you need to be elite because that's your team's top goal. So in Beachbody, your team's top goal is elite. So all of a sudden, if I'm a diamond, that means I have coaches working, right? So I'm like, all right, well, I want my team goal. So my team goal was elite, which means you have to have 5 diamonds on your team. So, okay, that's what I'm working towards now. You know what I mean? So to me, it's always setting a goal, but then knowing what your next goal is, that will keep you fired up. Because if you're only going for one goal, okay, good. I hit, look, it's my first month. I hit Success Club and Emerald Rank. Yeah, baby, I'm in. Okay, cool. But now what? Now your next goal is diamond, right? And you're going to do those things. I'm not saying there's a timeline. I mean, obviously you want to hit it as soon as possible, but if you're doing the things on the business activity tracker and you're driven to know what you're going for, because for me, when I knew I wanted to get to 2-star diamond, I knew exactly what I wanted to do. So all of my actions were based on getting 2 people, helping 2 of my coaches get to diamond. That's what 2-Star Diamond was. So that's what I was always focused on. So, and it, again, guys, it starts with the fundamentals. You have to get people into your community, right? It doesn't just say, oh, I'm going to find 2 people, I'm going to get them to diamond. Like, it takes time. It's one of those things where it takes time, it takes effort, it takes you showing up every single day, being a product of the product, being the top challenger in your challenge group, all of that. I want to discount now. I am Emerald and all in to continue to go. Woohoo! That's what I like to hear, Catherine. Thank you. I love comments like that, so keep them coming. So like I said, that was the way I ran my business always from the beginning. That's just again, belief and personal development, guys. So if you're not doing the personal development, if you're not pouring into your own health and fitness journey, all the rest of it doesn't matter. You know what I mean? Like if you're, and I say this all the time, and I can tell when people kind of fall off a little, when they're not participating in their challenge groups and their posts are kind of falling off, like you're not going to attract somebody to that, right? You're just not, you know, and if you think about it, if you're on this call right now, what attracted you to your coach? What made you want to do it? Probably their enthusiasm, probably their excitement, right? It probably wasn't them showing up sometimes, like maybe once a week, or maybe saying like, if you want to join me, you should. Like, no, I can almost guarantee you it's because you saw them showing up happy. It wasn't because you saw them showing up with a 6-pack abs and perfect body and all that kind of, I'm sure that wouldn't hurt, of course. But my guess, and for me personally, it was because I saw my coach showing up every single day, and it made me feel as though I could do it. If she can do it, and she has kids and she works and she's a crazy schedule, I can do it too. Okay. And then all of a sudden I saw her posting more about the coaching side, which plants that seed in my mind that, wait a minute, she's doing all this and she's earning income just by doing all of the things that I'm doing in the challenge group. All I need to do is be uncomfortable and share about it, right? Like that's literally what coaching is. It's basically being the top challenger in your challenge group and then being willing to share about it on social media. And then of course, being even more bold and being willing to invite people to join you guys. That's what your job is day one. And that's what my job is now. Still, the only difference is that I set specific goals and I just go all in to make them happen. Like there's no other difference between me and anybody else other than the fact that I am just crazy driven to get to goals. And I'm willing to do the hard stuff. And the hard stuff means putting my selfies out there, putting before and after pictures out. Like that's the hard stuff, guys, like really. And just putting the time in and showing up every single day. You know what I mean? But again, it's not falling into the trap of defending my current rank, defending my title, so to speak. It's about building my title. And that's what I tell everybody even now. I'm like, if you get to Emerald again. That means 2 more coaches. If you got to Diamond, keep going to add more coaches. You have to have a buffer because I guarantee you guys, if there's any diamonds on this call right now and you were at Diamond, you probably had someone go inactive, right? So you have to continue to build. You have to continue to grow. You have to be on the offensive and know that no matter what, you just have to keep going in any business, but especially in a business where you're working for yourself. We're entrepreneurs and we are our own boss. The only people that can control our business is us. And the only people that are going to motivate your team and your coaches is you. So you showing up, you leading by example, you being the driving force on your team is going to make all the difference in what they do. So to me, and people ask me all the time, like, oh, how are you like successful, or how are you able to do this, and I'm like, there's nothing. There's no like, well, sit back because I have the secret sauce right here and you're going to be the next elite coach. Nope. You know what the secret is? Doing the things. Doing the things, even when it gets hard, being intentional with my post, being intentional with my time, being intentional as you start to grow and you start to realize how important building your team is. So all the things that you're doing now, it's 50-50. So now I have to help my coaches do all of these things that I've been learning, right? And that's where, to me, that's where it gets fun. That's where it gets exciting. And that's where you're like, oh my God, like they get it. Like they see how amazing this opportunity is and I want to pour into them. And that in turn is building your business. So to me, it's all just positive stuff. It's just being intentional and playing on the, I'm a softball player. I don't know. Anybody else? Do I have any other college softball player? I don't know. But anyway, so that's my mantra, so to speak, is to always be on the offensive, because once you get on the defensive, it takes the joy, it takes the momentum, it takes the excitement, it takes all, I mean, it's going to happen. Don't get me wrong. Everybody, a lot of people on this call know I've been in defensive mode. You're going to be. I mean, of course you are. But generally speaking, anytime you possibly can, always be on the offensive. Always keep going. Always go for your next goal. So even if you're sitting here on the call right now and you're like, okay, my goal for the month of September is diamond. Okay, cool. Here's my suggestion. My goal is diamond plus two coaches, right? So that will give you that buffer to give you, so to get to diamond, you need 4 coaches on each leg. You want to have 4 coaches on each leg, and then you want to have a little bit of a buffer. That's just me personally, in a good way, because that just means that you're building your team more. So it's a positive stuff. And again, it's the way you look at it and your mindset. So it's not just, I just want to get more coaches so I don't have to be nervous. I don't want to be scared, and I don't want to be on the defensive like Carrie told me not to be. No, I'm saying that like I want to be excited. If I get to diamond and I add more coaches, that's even building my team, which is building my business, which is building my income, all of that. So whatever your goal is, make it a little bit bigger and make it a little bit more so you're playing on the offensive rather than the defensive, and you're not getting to diamond, or you're not getting to emerald, or you're not getting to 1-star diamond and holding it. Okay, you have no idea, guys, how many times in Beachbody lingo you'll hear that. Oh, I gotta hold it. I gotta hold it. I gotta hold it. You gotta grow it. Like literally, that's how I look at it. I'm like, I don't hold it. Like, I mean, I have, and that's why I've learned like to really try. Don't get me wrong. You're probably going to be in that position at some point in your business. We all have, and that's fine. That's kind of exciting. That makes it fun. That makes you go all in that extra day or whatever, that last day of the month or that last Wednesday where we're like, we got to make sure we check our drill down and everybody's active and we have everything in place to get to diamond. But just like I said, overall think bigger. Okay. And that will come across in every single thing that you do. It'll come across to your team. It will come across in your posts. It'll come across in yourself if you have these big goals. Because if you set one goal and that's all you have, what are you going to do when you get there? Right? Like, and you're going to kind of get complacent. You know what I mean? So to me, and the same thing with health and fitness. You know what I mean? Like once you lose the weight, then what? Like there's got to be something else. And for us, we fall in love with fitness. We fall in love with the community. So we keep going. It's not just about weight loss anymore. It's got to be the same way with coaching. You have to have your next goal because you have to keep going towards something fun. You have to keep working towards something. So for me personally, I've had a goal of elite. Like I said in the beginning, my first year, I had one. I think I had Miss Zen here, who's on my call. I think I had maybe 1 diamond coach, and I'm like, all right, Zen, you ready? Because we're going elite this year. And what did she say? What do I need to do? I'm in. And she can attest to that's what made it exciting. That's what made it fun, because we didn't know how we were going to do it. But we had the excitement, we had the passion, we had the energy, we had all of that to make it happen. And the beauty of this business, guys, is that we're a team. Like literally what you do affects your team. Like every single person on this call right now affects my team, right? Like in one way or another, every single person on this team affects my team. It was, right? That's what made it fun to me. That's why I always tell my leaders, I'm like, share your vision with your team, because that's what's going to ignite everybody. And that's what's going to create the energy and the excitement and the goal setting and all of that kind of thing, and get them again into offensive mode. So again, just as an example, guys, there's a lot of people going towards diamond, that's their goal. And this is going to relate to you even more once you get there, or once you get to 2-star, all of that, you're going to understand this a lot more, is just to always, always, always be in the growth mindset. And you want to be, because that's business anyway, you know what I mean? But just sometimes you can fall into the whole, well, I'm just going to maintain it. Oh, I got there now. Now I can take a deep breath. Like it shouldn't be like that. It should be, okay, I got there and now I'm excited to get my coach there, right? Like I have a girl that's really running and I want to help her now get to that. So now all of a sudden you're 1-star diamond because you've helped a girl on your team, or a guy, sorry fellas, all boys and girls, this is for everybody, but now you've helped them get to it, which is building them up and also building your team. So hopefully that helps you guys a little bit. Again, if you have any questions, let me know. A lot of it is mindset and going into it with just that frame of mind. And it could change your whole business. It could change everything. If you take it from a different mindset and a different perspective and just stay one step ahead of your goal, I think it can make all the difference. Like whether that be Success Club, whether that be Diamond, whether that be Elite, whatever the case may be, it's the same thing of not putting all your eggs in one basket. Is, you gotta continue to be in the mindset of growth. More challengers in my challenge groups, which again would be more discount coaches or active coaches on your team. It all kind of organically grows your business, but it all starts with your mindset and what you're going for. Because if you're just throwing things at the wall and you're not really having a goal or intention, you're probably not adding that momentum and that energy and that vision to your team. So to me, when I started being intentional with every single thing that I did, with my post, with my invites, with everything, with my trainings, everything changed. because you're excited about it, right? And that's your passion, whatever it is that you're talking about with your team, you have to be excited about it. And that will drive the excitement on them and sharing your vision with them or how they can help. And like I said, every single person on this team helps the core crew. Obviously, we have other amazing teams within it, but every single person plays a little part, even if it's like a small part, you don't understand exactly what that is right now. Everybody plays a part in getting our team to elite. We're 3-time elite, just so you all know, any of the new coaches, which is absolutely awesome. That's, like I said, the highest rank you can have in Beachbody as a team. And that's all of us. That's not one person. That's our whole team. And we're going for it again this year. So that's my goal, to lock in 4-time elite, and everybody has their part. So everybody getting to Emerald, everybody, working towards Diamond, that's a huge part in all of it. So again, that's exciting to me. Like, we are here to help you guys. And that's why I wanted to end this call with a few of the things that us, in our Diamond chats we're talking about, because again, we're not just throwing things at you and saying, hey, good luck. Like, this team is so resourceful. So guys, if you have questions or if you have thoughts, or if you're sitting there, like, the good news is you could reach out to your mentor, you can reach out to one of us. We have all these different resources and trainings and things like that. Take advantage of it. Okay. Do the regular things, do the everyday things. And then you're going to get to points in your business where you're like, okay, well, now I need help on this. And that's where your individual one-on-one mentoring is really going to come into play. Okay. And take advantage of it. Ask the questions. I guarantee you any of the leaders on this team would be more than happy and excited if you come to them with questions about coach placement or strategy or anything like that. Ask the questions. But one of those exciting things that we wanted to talk about tonight, I have about 3 minutes left. I'm doing pretty good here, guys. Is one of the things that we're going to be instituting. Actually, tomorrow's call, we have our new coach mentorship pod going right now, which is going awesome. But a lot of the topics that we're covering on it, we realize that, again, that they're beneficial for the whole team. So tomorrow's topic is going to be all about building our audience. And because a lot of you guys are going to get to the point where you're like, okay, well, I've talked to all my family, my friends, things like that. And now I need to reach more people, right? You always need to be reaching more people. I'm always adding new friends. I'm always trying to add new followers on Instagram. So tomorrow's call is going to be all about building your audience. Okay. That's a huge call. That's a huge resource. If you guys, I'm hoping that you have that question, because I still do. I still benefit from it. Jen and Amanda are going to be hosting that. And they're awesome. They're like experts in that realm. Clearly they're doing amazing. So they're doing something right. They know how to reach more people. And that's the goal. Get yourself in front of more people, right? Like, at some point, it's not about your content. It's about who's seeing your content. You have the best content in the world, but if no one sees you, then you're not going to get anywhere, right? So you need to get more followers on Instagram, more people following you on Facebook, not so you can sell them something. Again, that's a mindset. It's so that they can see what you're doing. And if they're interested, they'll join you. Tomorrow it is at 8 p.m. tomorrow. And then the last thing that I wanted to talk about, so guys, be on that call, schedule it out. We'll post it again in the core crew, but it's a great topic. It's a fundamental topic. It's, again, the basics of coaching at your first level or in 5 years, because you're always needing to build your audience. So be on that call if you can be. And then the one last thing that we wanted to talk to you guys about that we're super, super excited about is we're going to be offering power hours, or should I say, Sherry on here, action hours. So it's going to be basically hopping on and we are going to work together. Okay. We're going to tell you guys what to do. We're going to give you guidance. We're going to basically just work together. So we're not alone. And what do we always say? We work for ourselves, but not by ourselves. So we're going to give you guys more details and more information about these action hours, but they're awesome. They're guided. Basically, we all work in pockets of time. Here's what we can do for an hour. Here's what we do for 10 minutes, for 15 minutes, all of that. We're going to be doing it together. We're going to be offering 3 time slots a day, and it's going to be awesome. And I'm going to share the information in here, but I'm going to get cut off, so I want to do a picture. So it says I have less than 1 minute left. So everybody that doesn't have their photo on, pop it on, because we're going. Hi, Kate. I see their cute little faces popping up. All right, 1, 2, 3. Okay, and I think I have a second screen. Oh, I have 3 screens actually. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, one more screen. Hold on. I hope that we make this. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, Jen. I saw you right in the middle. Like, I saw you doing that. Of course she did. Okay, so thank you guys so much. I'm super excited. I am like literally fired up, if you guys can't tell. Like, we are like in crazy building momentum mode. We're so excited. Thank you guys so much for joining. Don't forget Jen and Amanda's call tomorrow. It's going to be awesome. Don't miss it. It's being in person, guys. I'm gonna get cut off, but I'm just gonna keep on talking until I get cut off. So being on calls in person are huge. Okay, that builds the community. It builds more energy. It's more exciting than listening to a call later on. It just doesn't have the same effect. So anytime you can get onto calls like this, guys, get onto them.